Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Living Life a Life You. I am your host, Dr. Veronica Garcia, and today I am joined by such a special person in my heart and in my day-to-day, Dr. Kevin Kersee. Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy, so excited to have you here. I'm so
excited as well.
Just for the world to know a little bit more about Dr. Kevin Kersee, if they don't know him yet, which most of them, I think a little bit both. Yeah.
You know, I weave in and out,
I love it. Dr. Kevin, tell me a little bit about what inspired you to become a chiropractor. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, if we're going to take it way back.
Let's talk it way back.
I've always wanted to be in the medical field. A lot of my family is in the medical field. I always knew I wanted to be a doctor. That was always in my path. I always actually wanted to be a pediatrician, which is very interesting because, I don't treat babies at all anymore. Yeah. So the reason why that actually changed is because I did an internship at a pediatrician at a hospital. And I was like, this is not my path. I loved helping people, but I saw that it wasn't for me.
Right.
So I started researching about different paths to become a doctor, to help people, and a recruiter from Life. Came to my school, they talked about Life University, talked about chiropractic, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I had been through, seeing family that had illnesses and they're taking pills for this or that and this for that and that for this. And I was like, it has to be another way.
Yeah.
It has to be another way. So I just fell in love with the idea of chiropractic. I had never been adjusted before I came here.
Wow.
My first adjustment was in clinic.
Student clinic?
Student clinic.
Oh my
yes.
response.
So, going through that experience, it shaped the way I thought, the way I think, and it changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so many things I'm learning. What a beautiful thing to kind of just jump in, just full-hearted into this calling and profession, because we always say that chiropractic chooses you, not the other way around. And if you try to force it, you'll notice that you're going to end up somewhere else, and that's okay as well. But it's such a beautiful thing that you just jumped right into this profession.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how that profession has evolved for you, and when you started back at the university. When did you graduate?
I graduated in 2017, and I've always been in the Atlanta area since then. I have family here, so that made my transition a little bit easier coming to Life, but it was still a huge transition. Yeah. You're learning things that you have never learned before. You're learning a way of life that you've never even thought about, and you're getting all these feelings of like, I can help that person or I can help that person, but it was an adjustment. Yeah. A lot of people or students come and they don't understand how much of an adjustment it is. You're going into a very strenuous program, and if you've never had the structures, especially in school, you have to learn. And it took me a little bit of time to get used to that, but I think that was all part of my story. Yeah. So now I'm back at the school and I hear the students, they're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, or I don't know how I'm going to get through this class. And I'm like, I promise you, if I made it, you can make it. Yeah. So being back at the school has just been very enlightening. It's driven my passion for chiropractic even more. When I graduated, I went out, I did associate, I started a practice, and I worked for different practices in different areas. But I realized chiropractic is something that I think everyone eventually has to find their path in. Yeah. And if you don't find your path, it can be taxing, because there's people fighting you on every instance and every way. So it's a career that you have to hustle. You have to be strong. You have to fight for things that people are not used to. Right. And fight for a way of life that people aren't used to. So just being back at the school and instilling that in students, it's just been amazing.
I love that.
Yes.
And you're coming up on a year of being a faculty clinician.
Yes.
And helping and guiding the students through just bringing that first patient together, and also that first patient journeys and whatnot. Right. Tell me about a highlight, if any, that you can pick up from the last year.
I could highlight every day.
Yeah.
Every day. So when anybody asks me how I enjoy this job or why I like this job, I tell them I get to see people delivering and receiving their first adjustment almost every day. Yeah. like, what is more powerful, more gratifying than that? I mean, you get the cheering, you get the smiles, sometimes the crying, you know. I mean, and getting to witness that and playing a part in that, I mean, that's a highlight of every day.
Yeah.
So, you know, my job is to instill confidence every day. And I really take it very personally, you know, because I remember when I was in that position. I remember being scared and shaken to put my hands and thinking I'm going to break or, you know, damage this person or that person. And we have to break through those barriers to make sure that we're putting chiropractors out there that are confident. They know what they're doing, they're competent, and they're ready to heal the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And Dr. Kersee, you also have a beautiful part in ABCA.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And ABCA as well, right? So the American Black Chiropractic Association.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about when that journey started for you and what is your role right now?
Yes. So that journey started way back in like second quarter.
Right.
Yes. I knew that when I came here, I needed to find a community.
Yeah.
I was grown up with community, whether it be in church or friends or school. You know, I always had a community of people around me.
Yeah.
So I knew if I was going to get through this program, I needed to find a community of people that could relate to me, you know, not necessarily look like me, but knew what I was going through.
Yeah.
And, you know, that experience is different for everybody.
Right.
So I found out about the Student American Black Chiropractic Association, and I went to a meeting. I was like, oh, okay, you know, these people some of them look like me, they talk like me, you know. It just helped the path throughout school, you know, being able to find people to study with and, you know, could understand coming to a school never had been adjusted or, you know, not coming from a chiropractic family because a lot of minorities, a lot of Black people, they don't come from families of chiropractors.
Yeah.
So being able to understand that struggle and tell your parents like, yeah, I'm gonna be a chiropractor. And they're like, okay, well, what is that? You know? So it was amazing. Finding that community, and then that took me pretty much all throughout school.
Yeah.
I tried to be as active as possible. I had a lot of different positions throughout that process, but now I'm actually the National Convention Chairman for the ABCA. So the ABCA is the parent organization for SABCA. SABCAs we have most chapters we have chapters at most chiropractic schools, and then the ABCA manages the national organization. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, it's taken me to places that I've never thought I'd even go. Puerto Rico, you know, California and St. Louis, and, you know, visiting all these schools and just, again, finding community with people that understand you is so important. It's so important. I mean, it gives you the drive to kind of go fight another day. Right. Because sometimes we get beat down and beat down and beat down. And it's like, I'm over here by myself and, you know, I don't understand why I'm going through this and I'm the only one going through this. Right. And you don't realize that there's so many other people that they're going through the same thing. So being able to talk with people and commune with people in that way has just been amazing experience.
What a beautiful role and what an inspiring role also. So thank you for trusting in yourself second quarter and then just continue running and jogging and pulling and creating all of these things and all these opportunities, because I think it is such an empirical thing to have spaces for people to be seen and loved and heard and appreciated, and give a space and give a box for you to stand and say your piece and like, no judgment. All right, cool, same.
Yeah,
same
because I mean, if you don't have that space, again, you think you're all alone.
Yeah.
You know, you think you're the only one going through it. So it's just been awesome. So now that I plan the conventions, I'm able to create those environments, create those spaces for people. And that I've been doing it about 2 years now. It's just been enlightening because I get to see students from all different chiropractic schools, doctors from all over the nation, some outside of the nation, and bringing them together to create a space where, again, they feel heard, seen, felt. No judgment is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How beautiful. I love that. Kevin, what would be a piece of advice you would give to your high school self, if you could give him anything?
High school. Oh, man. Let me think way back. You know, there were so many times in life I never trusted myself. You know, never knew how powerful I was. So I would definitely just take that power and run with it. You know, don't be scared to fall. Don't be scared to make mistakes, because everybody makes them. And that's what helps us grow. You know, I felt insecure and unsure of who I was going to be and what I was going to be in this world. And the reality is, it doesn't matter what you choose, you know, as long as you are standing in it, proud of it, and it makes you feel good, and it helps somebody around you. So going back, and I would definitely tell myself that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What a beautiful. Take the
I
risk.
still tell myself that, you know?
Every day in the mirror.
Exactly, right.
Well, it shows. Your power shows, and it is truly. I'm so grateful to have you a few doors besides me, right? Because I can tell when you walked into a building, because everything shifts and changes. And I think it's because that beautiful power that you have chosen to walk into, and it is impacting every student's lives. And we can see it in the SRIs, and we can see it, we can see it in their overall enjoyment and the way that they built relationships with you. So I appreciate you. Thank you for putting yourself out here.
Definitely.
For the students and with us, amongst us, and the beautiful chaos and organization that allows us to serve our students.
Yeah, well, the reality is, you know, everything is always changing. You know, and one thing I always try to instill in the students is, when you come in this clinic, you know, student clinic specifically, you have to be ready to be adaptable. You got to be ready to be confident. You know, you have to be ready for things to mess up. You know, and be okay with that. You know, you're not here to be perfect. We're not in school to not learn. We're here to learn. You know, so being able to make sure that they're, one, growing, getting that confidence, and just being the best them in that moment that they can be is what I try to do every day.
I love it. And it shows.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Kevin, have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you so very much.
Good luck closing out on everything on finals and the year and everything in between.
Yes.
Good luck with the next organizational convention that you're starting to plan.
Yes. I'm in the process of planning. It's going to be June 26th through 29th. We're going to be at Parker University. Yes. So we're going through speakers, and it's just going to be an amazing time. So I cannot wait.
I love it. Let's bring them together.
Yes.
Well, good luck. Good luck. I'll see you just in a few minutes.
Yes.
A few doors next to me.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Living Life, a Life View. It's a pleasure having you once more. Take care. Bye-bye.